Courtney Earhart, and today we will be discussing situational leadership. Situational leadership was discovered by Hersey and Blanchard in 1960. They realized that just encouraging staff to participate may not solve all problems. So in 1960, they created a leadership model that lets a leader analyze the needs of the situation and the person they are dealing with and adopt the most appropriate leadership style. The evolution of the leadership model, you can see on the left side, the white model changed to a situational leadership 2 model, and let's discuss how that happened. In 1985, they come up with a new variation called situational leadership 2. And the new model, besides maturity level, they changed it to developmental level because developmental level was goal or task specific and not confused with a person's skill set, and it was also more politically correct. And they also changed skill and will to competence and commitment. But the main difference in between the SL1 model and the SL2 model is not something you do to the people, but it's something you do with them. Everett Dirksen said, "I'm a man of fixed and unbending principles, the first of which is to be flexible at all times." This is a characteristic of the situational leader. The situational leader takes into account the motivation and capability of their followers. Also, it takes into account the situation, knows the followers affect leaders, and vice versa. Also takes into account both the stress and the mood of themselves and their followers. Knows the available resources and support, and takes into account followers' distance events such as family problems. According to Hersey and Blanchard, there are 4 different leadership styles based on the follower's development. And you can see it's directing, coaching, supporting, and delegating. And we have D1, D2, D3, D4 as the developmental levels. And you match up. D1 matches up with S1, D2 matches up with the S2. And that's how you pick what you're going to do. But let's go through those. D1 is low commitment and low confidence. The follower lacks the specific skill for the job in hand and lacks any confidence or motivation to do the job. So what you do is you pick directing. If the follower cannot do the job and is unwilling or afraid to try, the leader has to step in and tell the person what to do, providing a structure, and tries to determine the lack of motivation and tries to motivate them. And this is a more of one-way communication. D2 is some competence, low commitment. Follower has some relevant skills, but will need help or direction provided to do the job. The task or situation may be new to them. So you do S2, which is coaching. You listen, advise, and you define the roles and the task, but the follower can seek ideas and suggestions, and this is more of a two-way communication involved. D3, the follower is experienced and capable but lacks the confidence or motivation to do the job well and efficiently. The leader must support. They must listen and praise and make the follower feel good when he or she shows the necessary commitment or motivation. And finally, D4, perfect employee basically, high confidence, high commitment. They're experienced at the job. They're comfortable and confident in their ability to achieve the task and do it well. May even be more competent than the leader. So all you have to do is delegate here. The follower can do the job and is motivated, and you just have to get out of the way and recognize or praise them every once in a while. And Theodore Roosevelt put it best when he said, "The best executive is the one who has the sense enough to pick good men to do what he wants done, and self-restraint to keep from meddling with them while they do it." The LEAD, Leadership and Adaptability Description, it's an instrument to assess the range and effectiveness of the leadership behavior. It gives 20 situations, and you respond by picking one of 4 choices that correspond with the leadership style. This was found to be both unreliable and invalid due to its tendency to overemphasize one leadership style and underplay the rest. Also, the situations did not have an equal distribution of different situations. The strength of the situational leader style is it's directive and flexible in nature. It's easy to understand. It's almost instinctive. And it values the difference among the teams. You're going to treat the high competent, high commitment different than the low competent, low commitment. Weakness is that it assumes the leader has excellent judgment in assessing the individual. We can often misdiagnose the follower's willingness or ability, which can derail the follower's self-esteem. And same goes for overestimating. You can also overestimate and they fail, and then their self-esteem plummets anyway. Situational leaders need to be well educated in cognitive, psychological, and cultural issues that affect followers. Recommendations for this was, well, personally, I find the leadership to be very instinctive, and I use it in my everyday life, just talking to my friends. However, if you don't know a person very well, it's often easy to misread their developmental level, so be cautious. And according to Fernandez and Vicho, situational leadership does not work in every situation and with every person. And it's more for individuals in small groups than in large groups. It's often hard to assess what a whole large group developmental level is. And thank you.